And now, live from Manchester,
Hello to you all from the north.
Star, because little Mark has gone now to pastures new, a new home. Don't worry about him at all. It's a very comfortable bin. But Little Snowman Mark will be walking left to right for you at some point during the programme. So get your cassette recorders ready. And in fact, there will be a tone that tells you when he's about to do that. So we'll explain all that a little bit later on. Right, okay, Boy Lard, all right, mate.
Hiya. Hiya, Mark.
What FM?
Hiya.
Right. Okay, so listen, the big news, of course, because as I was hinting at the beginning, and of course you being our poetry correspondent, you know, I mean, we have got a unique exercise in public access, haven't we, for poets, and we're doing it all tonight. So I think really, you know, we usually bumble through these things, but I think the important thing is that, you know, I should let you do a big build-up and we should do these things properly.
Yeah, well, I'm producing tonight and I've gone and got some sort of special bits for it. You know.
Okay, right. Are you ready then to do the big announcement? Then?
I'm all wind up.
Right. Here we go then, here we go.
Welcome, poetry lovers, to... Oh. Sorry. Welcome, poetry lovers, Oh, blimey, Charlie. Sorry. Try again.
Go on.
Welcome, poetry lovers everywhere, to the groundbreaking literary exercise that is Get Scribbling and Be on the Radio.
Is that what it's called? Get Scribbling and Be on the Radio?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, right, brilliant. Yeah, right, go on. Well, you better explain the concept then, what people are supposed to do.
Well, I mean, poetry is a big part of this show, isn't it, really, you know? And basically, we thought that it'd be nice to have the punters at home actually be able to do some of their own poetry on this show.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, public access, we go and wave at the crowds, don't we? And all that kind of stuff.
We do,
you know,
yeah.
Make them feel wanted. So, basically, what people have got to go and do is get a pen, get scribbling, and basically write a little poem.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do at various stages in the show is leave a little gap of silence on the show, and you can sit at home and read out your own opus.
So that you can be part of the programme at home. And the thing to do is listen for this sound, because that means it's your turn to do a poem.
Time to go.
A poem? A poem. A poem. And you must not confuse that with this sound, which is...
Stop.
No, Snowman Mark walking left to right sounds, isn't it?
Right.
So, let's hear those sounds again. Poem. Yes, and that sound as well. Not to be confused with that. So, every time you hear that, then you must do your 8-line poem in the show. And every time you hear this, you must set your cassette recorder and you'll hear Little Mark the Snowman walking from left to right. And every time you hear this, it's time to go to the lavatory. Mark Kermode coming with Silent Running very soon. That's Primal Scream and the current single Rocks, unashamedly flaunting its influences, but then painting by numbers does of its aficionados. I always remember my granddad doing painting by numbers for weeks on end. Mind you, he was doing the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, which looks slightly out of place in a council house in Farnworth, although no more out of place than stone cladding. I don't know why people who want stone cladding don't go the whole medieval battlement hog and have a portcullis and a cauldron of boiling oil over the door to repel god-botherers. Funny thing about painting by numbers, though, was that it always started off looking like just a load of little blobs and splashes of paint, and yet when you finished, it still looked like a load of blobs and splashes of paint. It was like Jackson Pollock by numbers. Oh no, that's Stone Roses sleeves, isn't it? And Bobby Gillespie, I remember as the drummer in Jesus and Mary Chain, when he only had 2 drums, a snare and a floor tom-tom, which I always thought was a strange choice. I always thought floor tom-toms were for keeping your pint and cigs on, because all the working men's club drummers I'd ever seen used to do that. And I didn't think it was a drum at all, but a matching coffee table that you got free with the kit. And having heard most floor toms, I'm not at all sure that I was wrong. FM. And in case you were wondering what went on before, this is the poetry gaps where you can read your own poems every time you hear this sound. And not to be confused with this sound, which is Little Snowman Mark walking from left to right. And when you hear this sound, you should set your cassette recorder. But not now, because I'm not doing it now. I'm just showing you what the sound's like and that it's not that sound. Okay, so that's the poem sound. And that's the little Mark walking left to right sound. Right, okay, we got that all straight. I'll actually play that as a request. They didn't request it. It's very atmospheric and a good poem in the middle.
A very
there.
good poem in the middle. Not Joan Baez. One critic...
And if you've just tuned in, do remember that that's the sound when Little Snowman Mark walks across your stereo from left to right. And this is the sound to do your poem. Okay, any fool can tell those apart. Yeah. Turn it off, lad. You're going to blow the spot. You know, I mean, people are
And this is where you got to go to the toilet.
Yes, okay. Very good, lad. Yes, right, okay. Before that you heard Frente. And I think I said all right about 14 times there, didn't I?
That's all right.
Yeah, I think I said all right. Yeah, shut up. I think before all right, I was saying that the single before all right, Suede, Stay Together, all right, was Frente, our old pals from down under.
All right at the back.
All right at the back, yes. Right, okay, I think we'll have we'll have another poem at this point, so if you're ready. What are you laughing at?
That's terrible, that poem.
Oh, you can't ask people to join in the show.
I mean, but it's terrible. Well, let's be honest. Cards on the table. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
What a film. Anyway, right, I think it's time for this now. What we need is the tone. And when you hear that tone, that means you get your cassette recorders, because Little Snowman Mark is about to walk from left to right. Here we go.
Hang on. Oh, hang on, Mark. Hang on a minute, if you don't mind. I've got to wind him up first. You give me a bit of notice.
Oh, sorry. Go on then, right.
Right. Hey, I was snogging your girlfriend last night, kid, right? I'm going to batter you after the shower. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, you really wound him up there.
Yeah,
very good.
Hang on.
Right. Ready? Hang on a minute. Right, well, let me do it. Right, okay. Set your cassette recorders now.
Brilliant, that one.
Oh, network radio at its finest, I think.